Hello guys and welcome back to World of Warship, and let's talk new nations and new ships. And this will be a very short one. This is guys, my own personal opinion. It's up to your playstyle, it's up to your decision, but the entire experience of a Royal Navy or super heavy cruiser, it's a disappointment. Because guys, the thing is, with a cruiser in this game, you don't want to be too big, you don't want to be too slow, and you don't want to be too slug. I'm talking about the rudder. How is that? It's that the cruiser's main food for the enemy are actually battleships. So in my honestly opinion, the reason number one World of Warships put two cruiser line one after one, it's definitely to battleship's captain. Why? Well, they have more targets, they have more let's farm you and you cannot do it. And something else, guys, sure, they do have in some parts really good armor, and this is the armor like this tier 5, it's extremely good versus other tier 5s or below cruisers, but not versus battleship. The battleship have no issue whatsoever to cut with your armor like there's no one. And something else, you are huge, big, and I'm talking about the Goliath, I'm talking about the all entire British super heavy. The only reason they are in this game is to please the battleship's captain, because the battleship's captain, like US Georgia and Republic's huge caliber guns, Yamatos, can easily overmatch all over the place, and they will do city damage and do whopping damage. Even if it's not just citadel, you will cripple them in just 2-3 salvo. And if God forbid, if 3 battleships are aiming at you, you're dead. The thing is, you have no speed or agile. And guys, we like saying too much. The Italian cruiser I've been playing and testing with Brindisi, the tier 9, I was actually impressed how huge damage you can do towards a battleship, because it's not all battleship, but some battleship, because of this SAP very high alpha. I did one salvo, I was kind of shocked. 19,000 damage with one single salvo to a battleship, and that was the Republics. What I'm trying to say, guys, it's the Italian have a very special place in my heart. It's because they are very agile. They do have oh shit smoke, and they do have some protection, but most of all they do have their speed and the guns. The guns are absolutely fantastic. You can aim. If you know how to aim, it's very easy to use the Italians guns. They do perform. On the other hand, you cannot put any fire, so it's also a good for a battleships. But overall, guys, the entire British line, I believe it's a big mess, and for me it's very welcome for the game, because I will take my Georgia even more and pan and do whopping damage to every single super heavy British cruiser in this game. And they have hard to disengage, because here's the balance, guys. A battleship is faster than all entire British heavy lines combined. There isn't fast. And something else I kind of scared about wargaming. Why did you put such a slug when the light cruiser have such a amazing, they even speed in a turn, the light cruiser. And now actually let's talk about the light cruisers, guys. You can do whatever you want, but keep that in mind. I'll point out 3 ships, and I'll very much like to talk about those 3 ships, which in the very near future, 6 months from now or 1 year from now, there will be the 3 powerhouse, the best cruiser in the entire game by far. And I would like to say, guys, that how is that? It's because of the submarines are coming, and for that reason I will put Worcester one of the best cruiser in the entire game, and I explain you why. The Minotaur, Worcester and Smolensk will be one of the powerhouse in the very near future, because when the submarines will be released like this Worcester, it's that they will receive Death Charge, the tools to hunt other destroyers. And you have Hydro, and you have Radar, and you have fast Daka. The thing is, here's the deal. At the end, only destroyer will survive and submarines, right? But if you're a light cruiser like Worcester, Smolensk, or Minotaur, then you're screwed if you are a destroyer, because you don't want to be near this Worcester. It will wreck you in just seconds. So most likely the destroyer will die first at the end of the game, and then only remaining it's the submarines. I'm not saying that submarines cannot harm light cruiser. I do believe we don't see any gameplay in the high tier, only tier 6. I guess that the torpedo are even more broken, even more faster for high tier. I'm talking about the tier 10 submarines, and probably their speed. But the problem is that you have Hydro, so even if the torpedo want to come towards you, you have opportunity to disengage. And Minotaur is one of the most maneuverable tier 10 cruiser in this game. Turn on a dime, good luck hitting that. And same thing with Smolensk, and same thing with this ship. I believe, guys, they are the new king, not the heavy cruiser, especially not the super heavy cruiser, which there also will be a food piñata for submarines. So keep that in mind, guys, that the big heavy cruiser, they will have hard to counter the submarines, but not the Smolensk, not the Worcester, not the Minotaur, which those three nations, it's the way to go, guys. I believe, without saying too much, it will be probably in the entire game will not just probably limited to 2 or 3 submarine, but they will feast of battleships, because they are not going versus light cruiser or on a destroyer in the first stage of the battle. They will target the battleships first. I'm talking about submarines. But what's gonna happen is definitely the last ships alive will be the submarine. And how nice is that if you have those strong, and in the next future even more stronger, like they are already extremely strong today, guys, but in the near future they will be even stronger. So in my honestly opinion, why the hell play anything else by or grind if you don't have this line? I highly recommend. And same story I will talk about overall. I like to say it's not a good idea, but Fiji line, you know, I love the maah Fiji. I believe, guys, without saying too much, if Wargaming decide to put her Death Charge, they are very much welcome, because I will enjoy this ship even more. What's not to like? I mean, guys, you are made to kill other destroyer ASAP. You have defense tools with good torpedo, good concealment, but overall very fast firing guns. Sure, you cannot put anything on fire, but I would like to say, even though you don't put anything on fire, you can still do pretty significant damage. Of course, there is this downside. The downside are that if you receive a huge amount of heal, you cannot heal just very little. You don't have any super heal. But the main role, and I think that the most important information, the main role in the near future, the light cruiser will have more targets, more shall I say, focused other types of ships. And something also else, I kind of forgot about the light cruiser. They are strong as all hell versus any AA CV. I'm talking the Minotaur, Neptune, even the Belfast. I have crazy good AA with this O reinforcement. So I don't see any weakness. As a matter of fact, I can only see, guys, that you are actually doing something wrong there. You grind a new line, which in a half year from now will be garbage line. You have very hard to engage like Goliath, a slugger, the submarine will have feast to farm in you and easy to take you down, and you have no tool whatsoever to defend because you're too slow and you turn too bad. Like versus this thing, this turns literally on a dime. It's literally you gain speed in a turn, for crying out loud. This is how potent the British light cruiser are, and in some regards also the Italian ones. But the Italian one, they have bigger caliber gun, and Wargaming decided to only put the light cruiser depth charger to kill the sneaky submarines. So guys, let me know in a comment below what you think about the British heavy cruiser line and the future overall of battleship and heavy cruisers. Have a good one, guys. Take care and bye.